Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sheba and I'm going to be sharing with you guys the things that I wish I knew before I started my branding agency. I'm the founder of Serafix Branding Limited, a branding agency based in Nigeria, and I started my branding agency in 2018 and this is 2022. 4 years of experience I'm going to be sharing with you. So let's get right into it. So the first one is the importance of case studies over portfolios. Now, the difference between a case study and a portfolio is a case study carefully documents everything about the project and also the problem and solution, the problem of the client and the solution that your agency provided. There is a higher demand from agencies than freelancers, so you kind of have to really put so much effort in putting together a proper case study that would actually sell for the price point that you charge. As a freelancer, you can do it like a simple website portfolio or even a PDF portfolio just to show your skill level and what you have to offer. But then I didn't know this when I started. I kind of started off with a freelancer mindset and I was trying to gather a team. I think we're about 2 or 3 at that time, and I was running with a freelancer mindset where a lot of our services were, first of all, very cheap and it could not sustain the business financially, as well as we're not getting so much of traction and clients because obviously we did not have properly documented case studies. That brings me to the next thing, which is price point. Now, as an agency, you actually need enough money to run because you're actually going to be paying monthly salary. Even if you cannot, you're going to be paying per client project, and it should make sense in a way that what you're actually paying each person is tangible. Now imagine charging 50,000 naira for a branding project. By the time everyone who worked on the project is going to share the amount, it's going to be about 10,000 naira each. So it doesn't make sense for you to charge as low as 50,000 naira, which is what a freelancer might charge. But then you want to look into prices in terms of millions. That when you get a particular client that would pay such an amount, the amount of money that you get is enough to spread for salary for at least a period of time till you get a next client. I didn't know this when I started, and I kind of was charging a little bit, like tiny bits of amount, and because the money that my employees were getting at that time was not substantial, they all kind of didn't take me seriously. So I wish I knew that, and I would not have spent almost a year struggling with the whole system because pricing was just off. Another thing is retainer clients and retainer projects. Honestly, retainers are a game changer. Retainer projects are actually very, very good in terms of keeping that constant flow of income in your business. There's a saying that if your business does not make money for a long period of time, the business would, run into loss and die because as time goes on, you're still spending money, you're still having expenses, but then there's no money coming in. So you want to make sure that as a service business, obviously you can't have clients like every day because then you can't actually do like multiple client projects at a time. Even if you're an agency, there's still a limit to how much the agency can handle at a time. So you definitely want to have retainer projects that would kind of keep your clients paying you something on a monthly basis for tiny little tasks that you can do for them. And there's some examples of retainer projects like, designing for social media, website management, social media management, things, just tiny little things like that, or photo editing for people's content while you're waiting for the big guns. Another thing is international clients. Honestly, as an agency, you really want to set yourself up to attract international clients. Our first international client was really a miracle because we're not prepared for it. It kind of just happened, and it happened based on referral. In the current state of Nigeria, you must be earning in dollars. It's very important, okay? Very, very important. So I wish I actually knew. If not, I would have optimized my business to kind of be available and welcome international clients. And this is meaning that you have to be top notch. Your website has to be top notch. All your SEOs have to be able to carry like other country names in it. Now, this one is actually very funny because I talk about contracts and contracts a lot, but for some reason, I just never thought of giving contracts to clients until recently. I think ending of last year when I realized that I should actually be giving a service contract to every client that we work with at Serafix because it's a service and like the payment is different from when you just buy a product. You just like go on a website, order for something. There's already a terms of service there. Everything is there. You just tick buy and like you don't even know what's going on. Like you just buy your stuff and go. But this is a service business and it's a service you're arranging to people where there's going to be constant interaction and payments will not be made at a go. It's going to be made part payment or sometimes made at the end of the project. You definitely want to secure yourself and make sure that clients actually pays you and they actually follow the rules that you have and set for your business, protocols basically and principles that you run by that your client has to agree to. Now, this is something that I wish I had done earlier because I had a client from Ghana. Basically, the client did not pay the job until today. He has not paid for the job. And after a while of using the designs and everything, he rebranded. I don't know, he got someone else to kind of do another branding for him. And the funny part is that he followed Serafix page recently, and I'm just like, what's your point exactly? I don't know. So like if I had a service contract signed, that would have really helped matters, and like I would have been able to actually say, okay, I will take this off if you don't pay, stuff like that, and kind of get him to pay for the work because it was really, really heartbreaking. And that was actually the time where the team actually collapsed and like everything just like went downhill and it was really bad. Another thing is client onboarding process and the process of actually running the project. So basically these two things are very, very important. At the beginning, I didn't really have this, and I had situations where clients were confused in the middle, or sometimes they're kind of like trying to take control and I was not able to kind of control the situation because there's no clear step-by-step process of what's going to happen next, and the clients could not have any proper plan to say, oh, this is what I expect to come next. But then later down the line, early this year, I was able to come up with a very nice structure that would actually work, especially when the team started to grow larger, so that everybody is accustomed to the system and like we can all work together as a team. And then client onboarding process is very simple. I'm going to have a video detailed for that. It's going to be linked in the description and also in the cards. Another thing is collaborations, you guys. And I'll be honest, I've been doing collaborations since the beginning of the year. I did some research on the engine of last year and I made up my mind that this year is going to be a year full of collaborations, and I've successfully achieved that. This is November already. But one thing is that I never applied the collaboration tactics to Sterifix. I applied it to my branding agency, to my art school, my personal brand, but I just never applied it to Sterifix. And this kind of came late in. I just started sending mails to marketing agencies to collaborate with them so that we can also render branding services through their agencies. So their agencies can now offer branding services through us. Testimonials and referrals. To be honest, when you're doing projects for people, make sure that you make an impression, like a lasting impression, to the point that they're actually willing to refer you and give you a testimony, right? Give a testimonial on the work that you did for them. It's very, very important. This actually helps to increase your credibility, and be deliberate about collecting testimonials. Even if it's just like during your discovery call or your last presentation call, just kind of just chip it in there and say, oh, so now that we presented everything to you, how do you like our stuff so far? And as they're talking, just keep writing it down and just put it on your website. JJ, don't need to disturb anybody. Like, and then if you feel like the person is the type of person that is willing to even write a review, you can always create a form that you can send to your customers after you render a service to them for them to fill in a review. At least one of our clients actually was kind enough to do that. Now, pretty much something is coming up soon for my designers out there, and it's basically called the Business of Design. Ganeta Art School is launching a program in collaboration with the Create brand, and it's going to be about the business side of design. Everything that has to do with the business part of design is going to be taught in this 4-day program, and it's going to be everything about registering is going to be in the description. So just click the link in the description if you're interested, if you want to learn and kind of get all these things that I just mentioned set before you actually start, or even transition from a freelancer to an agency and all of that. So click the link in the description if you're interested in the program, the Business of Design. It's going to be happening in January, so click the link in the description if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'm so excited that you're here, you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, I want you to give it a thumbs up and comment, and please subscribe, you guys. I'm fighting for subscribers though. My goal for the year was 1,000 subscribers, and this is already November. I don't know what's going on, but you can just subscribe. Thanks and God bless. Thank you very much.